So in this video, I'm going to show you hands down what I've seen is the best strategy to generate leads for your business without needing to spend any money on software or ads, without needing to pay another company for leads, without needing to rely on referrals, networking events, cold calling, and cold email or anything else like that. And although this strategy is incredibly simple for anyone to follow, it does require some work in the beginning to set it all up. However, once it is set up, you can use this strategy to generate new leads for your business every single day, week, month, and for years to come on 100% autopilot. And it doesn't matter if you're B2C or B2B, this strategy works for both generating B2C leads and B2B leads. So in order for me to show you how this lead generation strategy works, you need to first understand the problem with most other lead generation strategies. The biggest problem with most lead generation strategies is positioning. In other words, most lead generation strategies require that you reach out to leads. This is typically done using some kind of lead data provider, where you can get a list of verified contacts, mobile phone numbers, and other information. For example, one of these lead providers is Uplead, where you can download verified B2B contacts. Another sales intelligence tool or platform that you can use is Apollo, and again, you can do the same thing. And Uplead and Apollo are just a few out of literally hundreds of other lead generation tools and lead databases that do more or less the same kind of thing. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using these tools or anything like that, but the problem with these kinds of lead generation tools is that you're not really getting leads. You're getting contacts. And a lead, in my opinion at least, is someone who is actually interested in working with you, not just a contact on a database. So again, there's nothing wrong with getting contacts, but if your goal is to really generate leads, you want to make sure you actually generate leads, not just contacts. You want to generate leads with people that are actually interested in working with you. So like I said, not just a contact from a database. And the reality is anyone can get a contact from a database, but getting a lead who actually schedules a sales call with you because they want to work with you is completely different. And the problem with you reaching out to these contacts in a database is that you have to chase leads to get an appointment. And if you've ever done that, you'll probably already know this results in a lot of wasted time. On top of that, when you do finally have an appointment with a lead, they are very skeptical and it's a long uphill battle, often with multiple meetings to get them to want to work with you. But what if there was a way to change that? What if instead of you chasing leads, the leads actually chased you? So if leads chased you, can you see how you would save time, have higher quality appointments, and even increase your close rate on these appointments or on these calls? So ask yourself, would you rather have 100 low quality appointments with people that are not a good fit, or 10 really good high quality appointments with people who actually want to work with you? So for me and my clients, the answer is we would rather have 10 higher quality appointments than 100 lower quality appointments, because it's all about quality over quantity. So the next logical question is, how do you get leads chasing you instead of you chasing them? Well, I've been in business for over 15 years now, and I've tried all kinds of different lead generation strategies to get more clients. I've done things like networking events, speaking at different seminars, relying on referrals, door knocking, cold calling, and probably nearly every other lead generation strategy that you can think of. And it's only really been in the last 5 years where I found what I think truly is the best lead generation strategy right now for your business. And it's a strategy that I've been using in my own business more and more because I keep seeing the positive results that you get from it. So this is exactly what I've been doing in my own business and even for clients as well. And it's working really well. I haven't seen anything else that is working better than this. And in this video, I'm going to show you how it all works and how you can do the same thing. Again, without using any of the traditional lead generation strategies that you typically see online. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I'm not saying that the traditional lead generation strategies, things like cold calling, cold emailing, connecting to people on LinkedIn, and even going to networking events and seminars and all of that kind of stuff, I'm not saying that that doesn't work. It can work. It works for me. And I still use some of those strategies in my business today. But what I am saying is that there are simply better strategies out there today. And the whole point of this video is to show you the best lead generation strategy that's out there. So yes, you could use those other strategies, and I'm sure if you stick to it and do the work, almost any lead generation strategy can work if you put enough work into it, right? But I really want to go through what is the best lead generation strategy in this video. And I think by the time you reach the end of this video, you'll agree with what I'm going to show you. So like I said, after testing every kind of lead generation strategy you can think of, this is simply what I found works best. And as a nice bonus, it's free, it's automated, and it's evergreen, which means you do the work once and you can reap the rewards for many months and years into the future. So let's go through how the lead generation strategy works. So step one of the lead generation strategy is to target the 3%. So when targeting potential clients, it's important to know that only 3% of your target market are actually in the market, or in other words, actually looking for a solution right now. So you can definitely play the long game and target everyone in your market by doing things like running ads or sending cold emails and things like that. And I do that too in my own business because I believe there's a lot of potential in the long game, right? But the reality is, if you want to get leads that convert into sales appointments and clients right now, you need to also be targeting the 3% of people in your market who are actually looking for what you do. So how do the 3% in your target market actually make a buying decision? Well, almost everyone who is looking to actually make a purchase, even for professional services, in fact, they probably do this more for professional services, they are going to start their journey on a search engine such as Google or YouTube. So if you could target these people that are searching Google or YouTube for your services right now, you would very likely target the 3% of people who are looking to make a purchase relatively soon. But the problem is, as you probably know, targeting the people searching Google or even YouTube is not easy. And sure, you could pay for Google ads, but for most industries, it can be very expensive. And even if it works, paying for ads still takes a large chunk of your profit. So the other option is to create content on your website. But unless you have a website with thousands of backlinks and a high authority, it can be very difficult to rank at the top of Google. So is there a better option? Yes, which brings me to step 2, which is to target hidden gem searches. So I'll explain what that means in just a second. So what a lot of people don't realize is that even though it's difficult for you to rank at the top of Google for very competitive keywords, there are actually thousands of keywords that you could rank for which have very little to no competition. And best of all, these are keywords that are very likely to convert leads into clients. You see, everyone else today is chasing views on their articles and views on their videos and things like that. But the reality is, the keywords that actually convert into clients don't often get a lot of views, but most people don't realize that. So they're targeting the wrong metric. So you need to think about what are the keywords that are likely to convert into leads and into clients. And let me give you a real life example of this. So if I wanted to target the keyword marketing, right? If I want to target people looking for help with marketing or just searching for marketing, I could try and target this keyword marketing. But as you can see here, the keyword difficulty is extremely difficult. It's super hard to rank for. And if you look at the websites ranking at the top of Google for this keyword, you can see it's really big websites like Investopedia, Forbes, Wikipedia, HubSpot, and so on. And a lot of these websites have thousands of different backlinks. So it's going to be really difficult, if not almost impossible, to rank for the keyword marketing. But the reality is, even though if you ranked for the keyword marketing, you'd be getting hundreds of thousands of views. As you can see here, the search volume is really high. The reality is, the conversion rate probably wouldn't be that high simply because this is an informational keyword. This is a keyword where people are just searching for information. It could be someone who's maybe, I don't know, a student at school and they're studying marketing and they're looking for information on marketing for an essay or something like that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's someone who's looking for help with marketing in their business or someone who's looking to hire someone for help with marketing. So what you need to do is stop thinking about informational keywords and start thinking what would be a specific term that someone would type in that would indicate they are looking for your services. So I'll give you an example with my own website. If you type in done for you marketing, which is a service we provide, if you search for that, you can see that the competition is very low. It's easy to rank for. It still gets a few hundred searches each month. But if you go down to the bottom, you'll see we are actually ranked number 2 for this keyword. And if someone's searching for the keyword done for you marketing, do you think that they are likely to actually convert into a lead and into a client if that's a service that we offer? Well, the answer is yes, because this is a very specific keyword that indicates that someone is looking to hire someone that provides this service. And I'll give you another example. So something that we do is obviously lead generation. So we help other businesses generate leads and appointments. So if I was to try and target the keyword lead generation, you can see it would get lots of views, which is fine, but the keyword difficulty is hard. It's going to be very difficult to rank for this keyword. Now, it's not impossible, it's just going to be difficult. Now, even though lead generation is a bit better than targeting the keyword marketing, I do think if people are searching for lead generation, there could be a lot of those people that are actually looking to hire someone for help with lead generation. But the reality is, it's just difficult to rank for. So this is where you need to be more specific. So instead of targeting the keyword lead generation, you need to think, what other keywords could you add in this keyword that would have less competition, but at the same time would indicate that someone is looking for help with your services. So I'll give you an example. One of the industries that we work with are financial advisors that sell annuities. Annuities is a type of insurance product. So if you type in annuity lead generation, it's more specific. It's easy to rank for. The search volume obviously still isn't as high, but anyone who does type in that keyword, and if they see that this is something you can help them with, there's a very high chance that they are going to convert into a client. And if you scroll down, you can see we are currently ranked number 4 for this keyword. And this is just one out of many hundreds of different keywords that you could rank for, that I rank for in my own website, and that you could rank for as well if you just target what I call these hidden gem keywords, which have low competition, but they convert really well into leads and clients. And these are the keywords you need to target. So what I recommend that you do is you ask yourself this question: what would a potential client likely type into Google which would indicate they are looking for your services? Then whatever answer that is, search for the keyword difficulty using some sort of keyword research tool. So the one I use is called Ahrefs, but there's hundreds of other tools that do something similar, and just see what the difficulty score is. Now, if the difficulty score is easy, so if it's under 10 or preferably under 5, you know that there's a good chance that you could rank for this keyword if you create an article on your website or a video on YouTube which answers that question, which addresses this query. So for annuity lead generation, if we open an incognito window, we'll go to Google and then we'll type it in here to see the results. If you do that, you can see that my video actually is ranked in the number 3 position technically. So it's just below these 2 websites here. And then if you scroll down, you can see my website is ranked after that. So I actually have a double ranking for this keyword. Both my YouTube video and my article is ranking for this. So in your case, if you want to do a video, you can do a video. If you feel more comfortable writing an article, you can write an article. Or if you want to do both and get a double ranking, you could do both as well. But the point is, if you create a piece of content answering that very specific query, there's a good chance that you can rank for it. And there's a good chance that visitors who come from this content will convert into leads and into clients. So if we go back to the keyword research tool here, let's just give you a real life example. Let's just say that you were an accounting firm, right? And you wanted to target the keyword accounting services. If you did that, you could see that there's some decent search volume each month, but the competition, even though it's not super hard, it's not super easy either. So it's not less than 10. So it has a medium difficulty. So this, in my opinion, is still too high. So what I would recommend is be more specific. So let's maybe think about what kind of clients have you worked with in the past. Let's just say you've worked with a lot of dentists. You could then do accounting services for dentists. And then you'll see that now this keyword is easy. And there's a good chance that if you had a YouTube video or an article on your website that focused on this specific keyword, that you could rank for this. And also, if you see that there's very low search volume, I would not worry about this, because in my experience, I found this to be seriously underrated, because even though it might say a low number here, I found that the actual real number is usually much higher. And I'll give you a quick example. If you type in the keyword how to target business owners on Facebook ads, again, another example of a very specific keyword, you can see that the search volume is 10. Let's see if we can do even less than that. So on Facebook, you can see the search volume is 60. So this is the search volume, which indicates that if 60 people are searching for it, maybe you'll get 10 or 20 people who type in that keyword and then go to your website. But the reality is, if we click on this article, even though it says that it just gets 60 searches a month, the reality is for this article, you'll see that it actually has 227 clicks from Google in the last 28 days. So you can see here that the tool is not very accurate. The reality is it's usually much higher than what the tool says. So I wouldn't worry too much about the search volume. I would focus more on what the keyword difficulty score is, and focus on targeting that keyword if the difficulty score is easy to rank for. And the beautiful thing about this strategy is that you only need to create the content once. So you only need to record the video once or create the article once, and it can deliver new leads for your business and new clients for your business for years into the future. And here's a quick example. This is actually a perfect example. Every year, all I do to this article is I just update the year. So I've actually removed the date on this article so people can't see the date, so they don't go to it and think this is a really old article. But all I do is just update the date once a year. But I actually wrote this article. If we edit the post, we can see when I wrote it in WordPress. You can see here that the original published date was 2018. 2018. This is an article I wrote in 2018 and it's still ranked at the top of Google. And this article every single month delivers new clients for my business without me even having to think about it, without me having to spend any more time on the article or doing any extra work. So that really shows the power of content. And I even have a YouTube video answering the same question. You can find it on my YouTube channel. It's one of my oldest published videos, but you can find it on there if you want to search for it. That also answers this question. So I have both a YouTube video and an article answering this question. So that's what I mean by this strategy being very evergreen and automated. It does require work in the beginning to create the article, to create the video, but once you've done it, you now have an asset for your business that can generate leads for your business every single week for months and years into the future. However, at this point, it's important to note that just creating content on its own isn't enough to actually generate leads. And this is a big mistake that I realized when I first started to create content. So when I created that article that I just showed you on how to target business owners, the reality is when I first created it, it didn't actually generate any leads because I made this mistake that I'm about to show you. And I've seen so many other business owners make this mistake. They create all this content for their YouTube channel or their blog, and it never generates any leads. So why is that? Well, you see, a big mistake that people make with the content that they create is that they just create it and then expect people to schedule a call straight from the content or to fill out a contact form straight from the content. But the reality is, at this stage, if they've just seen your content for the first time, people don't know you, like you, or trust you yet. So you need a way to build up this trust to increase the chances that people will want to work with you. Which brings me to step 3, which is to convert leads with an automated appointment funnel. So what most people don't realize is that less than 1% of people from your content will reach out to work with you. And that's if you're using a traditional contact form or a link to schedule a call. But there's one simple tweak you can make to change this. So instead of using a contact form, if you send people to automated appointment funnel, which I'll show you how it all works in just a second, you can then increase your conversion rate anywhere from 1% to 10%, 20%, or even in some cases 30% or more, depending on how specific your piece of content is and how targeted it is. So this one tweak in your content can literally 10x the amount of leads that you generate. So how does it all work? So all of the content that I create has a call to action, not to schedule a call, but to watch a free training or watch a video. So the video or the free training, or I basically call it a video sales letter. What I use to do this is this video here. It says how to get 10, 15, 30 or more predictable appointments each month. So if you click on this button, you'll be taken to a page that looks like this, where you can enter your name and email and you'll be sent a copy of the video training. And this is what most people are missing. They do not have an automated appointment funnel to convert strangers into leads and then into appointments and then into clients. So if you want to see a real life example of this, just click the link in the description of this YouTube video to watch the free training, to watch my masterclass training, because that will go through how it all works in more detail. And you'll be able to see all of this in action. But the point is you need to have a call to action on your content, taking people to the next step in your sales process, which is not to schedule a call, it's to watch a video that solves a big problem that your clients have. So that's why all throughout my website, I have links going to this free training page, the video. So again, if you click here, it takes you to the same page. If you go to my website homepage, you'll see again, there's links to the sales funnel here. And I even have an AI chatbot that is trained to take people to this sales funnel, to this automated appointment funnel, in order to convert anyone who visits the website into leads and into appointments and into clients. So the first step of the automated appointment funnel is to have this landing page where people enter their name and email. And then the second step is they actually watch a video, which is your video sales letter, which goes through how you can help them solve a problem that they have. So this should be what you basically do in your business. And you need to have a video explaining how to solve the big painful problem that they have. Then you need to explain why is your solution or your strategy better than other alternative solutions that are out there. And then finally, if people want to learn more about your solution, you need to give them the option to schedule a call. And then what happens is, as you start to get leads from all this content that you've created, those leads will automatically watch the video, and then they will automatically click on the button to schedule a call with you and fill out an application form and do all of that stuff. And they'll actually book a call with you in your calendar because they are interested in working with you. So that means you can get leads without chasing them. You can get leads on autopilot, and you can get leads in a way that is 100% evergreen, because you just do the work once. And yes, it does require work to do this in the first place, but once it's done, you can get leads for months and years into the future with minimal work on your end. So can you see how powerful this would be, having some sort of system like this in your business? So the next logical question is, how do you create this automated appointment funnel, and how do you create this video sales letter? If you'd like to see how to do all this, then I recommend just watching this video here, because it goes through how to do all of these things step by step. So click the link in the description of this video if you'd like to watch my free training on how to do all this in more detail. And if you like what you hear in the video, then I'll go through how we can also help you get faster results by working with you directly. So again, just click the link in the description of this video to watch my free masterclass training on how it all works, and I'll see you on the other side.